Welcome guys, thank you for watching this video, but before we proceed, do not forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this video, share it to all of your friends, and also check out the description for further information guys. And now, let's get into the video.
Alright guys, so welcome to today's video, and in today's video we will continue our work on this game right here. You guys should probably know about. And let's test out and see what we have done in the last episode. So, we have made this GUI right here, actually have some entries regarding the tags we have prepared, and yeah. So we will of course continue our work on this thing right here. But but I just want to start off with removing the slash right here. So let's do that. Okay. Alright, so let's go inside of the script right here. And as you can see, this is the part where the slash is being edited. And we now need to do the following. So we need to somehow cut this slash out. And we do that by doing the following. So we have used string sub up here to only, well, to limit the string we are putting inside of this argument right here, okay? And this is the starting point and this is the ending point, as I've explained in the last episode. And these are actually the limitations. So everything in between the starting and the ending point will be considered, okay? And we are going to do the same. So we are going to consider everything regarding the beginning, means 0 till the ending, -2. Okay. You may ask, why -2? I'm not sure myself if this is going to work out, but this right here gets all of the amount of characters within this string, means the end, and then -2. -2 because this right here is also being counted as a character, I think, but I'm not sure. And this, of course, is a character, okay? So, we have 2 characters right here. I'm not sure if this is going to work out as expected. Let's just test it out by printing it out. So I'm curious myself. As you can see, it would work out. All right. Then, then let's get rid of this variable and let's just do it this way. So we are basically just overwriting this with the edited string. Then we are, applying the string to the text we have right there, to the status text. Let's see if this works out as expected. And as you can see, the slash has been successfully removed. All right. Now, let's move on with the rest. So, we should do the following. We should check out if the player is able to unlock the skill we have right there, okay, or the skills we have right there. And in order to do that, we need to do some certain things. We first of all need to take a look at the requirements right here. As you can see, we have our strength level, speed level, and these are the only 2 requirements we have. So we should take a look at where these are stored, and they are stored within this stats folder we have right there. Therefore, we should check if the values within our stats folder, means our stats, are so we should compare them to the requirements, and we should check if they are greater than what is required, and if so, then we have unlocked the skill. So how do we do that? We have our requirements right here, as you guys know. And let's define a variable right here, local data or local stats. Okay, stats is turning blue. Local data, game players, local player, wait for child, and then wait, yeah, stats of course. So this refers to our stats folder, which is the parent of all of our stats, the strength level, the speed level, whatsoever. And we now need to compare everything by looping through this requirements folder. This requirements table means this thing right here. Okay, so we are looping through this table, and we only want to consider these which have a level at the end. And we have already made an if statement for that, so check out the last video if you have no idea on what this right here is doing. So this filters out these from the rest, okay? So it only recognizes those which have a level at the end and then makes them pass this check. So if data find first child I2 and data first child I2 value is greater or equals B2, then print past one requirement. Okay. So when we hit this combat thing, then four of these past requirements. No, wait. It actually depends on my stats. Yeah. Okay. So I think that four past requirements should print out. Yeah, as you can see, 4 times. There we go. Okay. So let's remove this one. And let's do the opposite case. Oh wait. So this is actually quite difficult because let's put this right here. Wait, so I just have to experiment around a little. So I'm gonna explain everything, do not worry. Okay. So just let me test this out and then I'm gonna explain it to you. Of course, if it works. But it should work. Okay, it did not work out. Oh. Okay, so those are being considered as unlocked. Wait. As you can see, the first problem is right here. So if I unequip and re-equip everything, then it is not clearing up those from the last equipping session, let's say. But we are going to take care of that. So I just want to know why it does not work when you equip it for the first time. Oh, it does. Okay. Let me set it down a little, and now let me explain to you what I have done. So, as you guys know, up here, we are automatically setting up this requirements text without even checking if the player has already fulfilled that requirements or not. And that check, which I've just talked about, happens down here. So we are setting up a variable which is called fail to unlock. And I know there is probably a better method. And yeah, so there's this variable which is false from the beginning, okay? And then we are defining a variable which refers to our stats folder. Now we are looping through this table I've just showed to you, so this one, and we are filtering out those levels, you know, so strength level, speed level, etc. So I've explained those things already to you. Now what happens down here is that the first check right here checks for a value, or let's say, so it actually just takes this index. Okay, so strength level is one index, this is the second index, so it just takes either one of those indexes, depends on where the loop is currently at. So let's say that I is currently at 1. Okay, so at the first strength level, so I mean at the first index, okay, which is strength level. So it just replaces ITU with strength level, and therefore checks for an instance within the stats folder called strength level, okay? Means it is checking for the requirement within the stats folder. Therefore, it is pretty important that you either use requirements, which are stats, which are within your stats folder, and of course, pay close attention to spellings, so to the spelling of your values right here. Or if you want to use requirements, which are not stats or anything, then you have to change this whole system right here, okay? It is up to you if you want to stick with my stuff or if you want to do your own, but yeah. Now, the second requirement right here checks whether our requirement within the stats folder is not greater than what is being required. And our goal right here is to detect stats which do not meet the requirements, okay? If we find any of those, then we turn this value failed to unlock to true, because this whole thing has failed to unlock it, okay? Because the requirements have not been met, the player has stats which are not greater than what is required in order to unlock, okay? And down here, so after this whole check, we are checking for this failed to unlock to be false. And if it is false, then we are changing the text color and we are changing the status text to unlocked, okay? So what happens if our player meets all of the requirements, means passes this check, but does not pass this check? And if both checks are not passed, if both checks are not passed, means one is passed, one is not passed, or both are not passed, then will not proceed to this line right here, okay? So it will automatically skip it. So what happens when, let's say, our stat right here is greater than what is required? Well, the answer is that line 28 is going to be skipped, therefore fail to unlock going to stay false, and it is going to proceed to lines 34, 35, 36. That is what is going to happen. This guy right here is being set to true, so this visibility of the frame, of course. And that's everything regarding this, this function right here. We just need to clear up the frames from the last equipping. So how can we do that? So we just need to loop through the scrolling frame, and we need to check for instances which are frames. And if we find any, then we want to destroy them. Let's quickly script that. So for IV in pairs, script parent scrolling frame, and now get children. So we are basically getting everything within the scrolling frame. So script parent scrolling frame, of course, and then applying that function get children on it to get a list of everything what is inside. And we are looping through that list, okay? So we are looping through every children within that frame, within that scrolling frame. And we want to check if V means the child, the component which is inside of the scrolling frame, is a frame. You might ask why frame? Because we have the skill frame right here, which is the only thing which we are putting inside of the scrolling frame right here, and which displays our combat skills. And this thing right here is a frame, you know? Therefore, we want to check if our instance right here is a frame as well. And if it is a frame, then we want to destroy it. And that's it. So there's nothing much to do. There we go. Okay. So now, if this thing has worked, then we should unequip everything and then equip it again, and then only 2 frames as before should be there. Okay? As you can see, only 2 frames, no more frames right. Okay? There we go. Okay. Yeah. Maybe one more thing we could yeah, work on, let's say, is that when our stats have, so wait, let me just give you a quick example. So let me revert my stats. So for example, let me revert my speed to 2. No, to 1, okay? So I have reverted my speed, as you can see, speed level 1. Now all of these things are locked for me. And the thing is that when I level my speed, so imagine that I'm using my combat right here, okay? And within that usage of my combat, or within that use of my combat, I intend to level up my speed till it is level 3, you know? So I want to point out a certain problem, and that is that when your speed level changes, then your GUI right here isn't going to change because we haven't scripted that yet. Okay, so it will remain locked even though you have already reached the requirements, and that is because this GUI right here needs to refresh by unequipping and re-equipping. But we want to add another check which recognizes when the speed has changed, you know? So we should add that kind of check, but just to demonstrate this to you. So my speed was 1, and we need speed 3 in order to proceed, and the speed is still at 1. So let me change it to 2. As you can see, 2 is still too low. Let me change it to 3. Doesn't work either. Now let me change it to 4, and after 4 should work, but of course it does not, because as I've said, we haven't scripted that yet. Okay, so I'm still thinking of a way to script this. Alright, so let me just try out something very quick. Okay. So let me see if this has worked. Wait, it is not done yet. There's probably a better method to this one, but yeah. That's the only thing I was able to think of. The short amount of time. But let's see if this has worked. So, everything is unlocked, as you can see. Now, I think that this system right here even supports that that when someone is not able to unlock it, you know, so when person does not meet the requirements anymore. Okay, so as you can see, everything is unlocked right now, and if I would change strength to 1, then it should be locked. That isn't the case. And no, wait. Let me change it to 1, okay? Okay. Now let me change it to 10. Strength level is not a valid member of. Okay, so that's our thing. But as you can see, it did unlock everything. Oh. Oh, okay. Back to 1. But let's test it out for another time. So everything is unlocked, is locked. Let me change it to 10. Status is not a valid member. Frame heavy punch. Combat local script. Everything is unlocked. So, what was the issue? Okay. Yes, so the unlocking works, but the locking again does not work. But let's be honest, when are people supposed to use that feature, you know? So it is possible for someone to unlock within, or yeah, by using the combat, okay, but it is very unlikely that someone uses this combat, you know, so has this open and then just levels up and then loses the status from unlocked and then goes back down to locked, you know. So that's very, very uncommon, and therefore I'm just gonna keep it as it is. So it does work when you like are currently locked, but then just level up your strength by fighting the people right here, and then turning your status to unlocked. So it is able to recognize that change and immediately takes action by making a text appear which says unlocked. So that was my intention, you know. I could leave everything as it was, and then you just had to refresh one time, and then it would have said unlocked when it would have actually been unlocked, you know? Okay, so let me just quickly go through what I've done right here, and then I'm gonna end the video, and then in the next episode, we are going to deal with some more, yeah, combat stuff. Okay, so I'm referring to this stat right there, as you guys should know. And then that changed is an event which recognizes when this stat has been changed. I'm creating a new variable right here called unlock now. And we are basically doing the same check as up here, and then just turning this variable right here to true. So it is actually the same idea as up here and down here. Okay, so nothing really has changed except for the variable's name and that everything is within the changed event. Okay guys, so that's it with the video. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If so, leave a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and take care. See you in the next video.